Hello, YouTube. I want to tell you how I discovered forensic genealogy. It was a total accident. This is before it was even a name among law enforcement, before they were even using it at the FBI. My wife died in 2017 on my birthday. She was a special victim, and I had no idea. After she died, her family came clean with me. We had been married a long time, and as it turns out, her non-consensual relationship with her father had turned consensual, and they had a CNC relationship in which he was drugging her and providing her with drugs in exchange for intimacy. And she became romantically infatuated with him. And what I learned was that she was torn between him and me. At that point, they were both dead, so there was nothing I could do about it. I got into doing forensic genealogy on Ancestry to try to get to the root of the problem, to figure out what it was exactly that had been going on. And it shouldn't surprise anyone that I figured out a new way to stop these people, a new means of identifying them. This doesn't even consider the cold cases that they're solving or active cases that they're solving using those records from various different public databases where people have sent in their DNA for other purposes. But needless to say, I made the FBI and other authorities aware of it, social services and local law enforcement, and the governor in Texas, and tried to get support. I tried to get funding and legal assistance because I was having legal problems, because I ended up realizing that I was a special victim too, because I was with her. I was suffering from amnesia, and I could not get legal aid or anything because of what I looked like. And I have another loved one who was also a victim, as she was not exactly the same, but very similar. And neither of us could get legal assistance. And it just blew my mind because in very short order we lost our home while I was doing this genealogy research, and we lost just about everything we had. I spent years doing that work, combing through individual records, and ended up looking at over 80,000 records before I stopped doing the research. Law enforcement ran off. The FBI got a patent attorney, and they took credit for the discovery. They didn't even mention me. I had called them in early 2018 before they solved the Golden State Killer case. And what ended up happening was I got cut out of all the credit while taking complete losses. House, cars, job, health. I got sick because I was a victim. She infected me with mono and with herpes. And I ended up on the street. I spent 3 years in hotels and a year in my car with my family. And we didn't have anybody else. Her family had all had knowledge of what was going on. They were all perpetrators. And the family that I had come from was very similar to hers, unfortunately. And I contracted a company in Chicago to help to write and publish my story, and they ended up stealing my money. And now I'm having to deal with fraud attorneys to try to get them to get the funds back because they took almost $40,000 from me. All on the way, I was writing letters to people I've sent out thousands of letters, and never once did I receive any assistance with any of it. That's how I learned about it, though.